and welcome to Zoe Your Own. Nice to see you as always. So before we get too far into today's video, I do just want to thank you all for bearing with me in terms of the scheduling of my videos. I know it's very much all over the place. As you know, and as you can see, I have got a lot to do in here, so there is going to be a lot of videos, but I do just need to figure out my schedule of recording, my schedule of editing as well, because the editing process, unless you've edited videos like this before, it's a lot more than meets the eye. Believe me, the amount of times I've listened to my own voice just hello. Yeah, so it is a little bit challenging, but thank you for bearing with me, and my apologies for the very much scatty schedule, but I guess it makes sense to be a scatty schedule because I am quite a scatty person, but not for much longer. Hopefully in a few weeks I'll have it nailed down, and yeah, I won't be posting videos any later than 9 o'clock. That's my plan. Fingers crossed. So that's all the boring stuff out of the way. So on to today's video, and today I'm going to be pricking out, and I have got quite a lot to do. I'll show you. So these are what we're going to be pricking out today. So we've got some foxgloves, some lupin, which is also in the foxglove family. The last few sad Celosia, I think those pesky little slugs and snails had a go, so I'll have to get some more of them. Some euphorbia that I think I definitely should have done a while ago. All of these ones here, these are all different types of violas. And then in this little pot here, I'm going to see if I can salvage these couple of lobelias in this one, and a couple of lobelias that are in that one. Don't tell them, but I'm not holding out much hope. Shh. Pricking out is relatively easy, but the only thing with pricking out is it can be a little bit time consuming, and it can be a little bit fiddly depending on what the plant is that you're pricking out. For example, at work we've had masses and masses of begonia on the go at the minute, and I tell you what, if there is one plant I didn't like before pricking it out, I certainly don't like it anymore, it's begonias. They have got such teeny tiny little roots. They're so delicate and fragile as well, but because I'm not a massive fan of those plants, obviously I haven't sown any of those. I've sown obviously stuff that I do like. Typically, if you need to prick out, that means that you've sprinkle sowed your seeds into the tops of the pots. Then when they germinate, they will look like this. And if you're curious as to what sprinkle sowing is, check out yesterday's video, because I sprinkle sowed. Or I don't know, I put them indoors, didn't I, to make sure that they had a good successful germination rate on them. So obviously, before you start pricking out, you need to make sure you've got pots ready. I've got a whole stack of pots here that I need to fill up with compost, so I'm just very quickly going to do those, and then I will show you how to prick out. So now we have our compost in our pots, we now need to add some little seedlings. Woo, yay! So for this first one, this is a euphorbia. Kilimanjaro is this one. It is quite I think the normal one is quite a common one. I have one in my garden. I'll show you. So this is the other euphorbia. I believe this, I don't know if it's a common one or not, but you will see it at the side of the road. And this is what, in other people's gardens, obviously. And this is what the inside of it looks like. It's really quite weird and pretty and interesting. But the pollinators absolutely love it. Yeah, boy! Now you know what that looks like. You've got a kind of idea of what these little guys are going to look like. There are different ways of pricking out, but the way that I prefer is by just yanking them out when you take the label out of the pot. I did not mean to do that. Is with a set of tweezers. I would recommend that if this is something you are going to get into, get yourself a decent set, not like these ones. These ones are well naff, it's unbelievable. And the whole idea of the game here is you go in, you loosen up the compost, and you sort of give it a nice, need to loosen up a bit more. I think these are quite well rooted. This one isn't coming out. This is the problem with cheap tweezers. Throwing them in the bin. So I'm going to give him a gentle little pull out, and there we go. And instead I'm going to use my trusty little paintbrush to go in and give everything give everything a nice little loosen up. So then once you've got everything loosened up, look at those lovely roots. They are beautiful, if that's your thing. But now you've got these guys out. I'll finish pushing those out in a second. Don't know where my paintbrush went. And then the whole idea of this is you just make a little hole like so, and then we pop it in. Ta-da! Right, so there we are. There's these guys all in their new little homes. Woo! Now to clear some space for them. This should be fun. Lupins. I'll show you what these guys look like. As little seedlings. I think they're quite happy. They don't look like they got attacked too much by that pesky slug and snail, which is good news. And much like with our euphorbia, exactly the same principle with these guys. So I know it was a bit naughty of me and I didn't show you the Celoseus. I think that's how you say it. But I have just pricked those out and transplanted them in at the same time as the lupins because there was only 2 of them. Look. So here's all our lovely big happy lupins we've got going on here. And then these are our tiny little Celoseus. Come on, guys, you can do it. Next, I'm gonna do my best to salvage some of these little guys with the worst tweezers in the world. So this should be quite interesting. And because these guys are so little, I am gonna put a couple in one pot. Do you know, this is probably the only time that my hands have been too big for something. That doesn't happen very often. Oh, these guys are so cute and small. Alright, I think that, oh no, we've got another little guy hiding in the back. We'll pop you in there. Alright, so I think that is all of the good ones I'm gonna get out of there for now. Alright, and now let's go on to these ones. Oh, and there is only 3 in here, so I'm going to put all 3 of these in one pot. And now I've just noticed something on the top of this pot. And I'll show you. It's a bit weird. Let me try and dig it out with my tweezers. Yeah, so I certainly didn't put it there, but it's these 3 little. Oh, are we zooming in? There we go. I think we're a bit focused now. But yeah, these 3 weird little jelly balls. I don't know what they are, but they're in the top of the pot, and they're all squishy. If anyone knows what they are, please let me know. I'd be much appreciated. Right, so now I've got these guys out. I'm just going to try and find them again and put them in. And I think the reason why these guys are so small, and again it's another little learning curve, is because I germinated them indoors, and then as soon as I saw greenery, I brought them outside here, not really sort of like, you know, thinking of the temperature and anything else like that. So I do think that if I'd have left them indoors a bit longer, they probably would have germinated a bit better. But it's okay because I've got plenty more lobelia seeds, so I can. I've just buried a seedling in there. Oh dear. Yeah, if you're gonna do stuff like this, you need to have a decent set of tweezers. Honestly, I might as well get Flo to do this. She'd probably find it easier, to be fair. Right, there we go. We're in. I'm not gonna bother bringing you down to see these guys because there is there is because there is really really not a lot to see on those, unfortunately. Next on our list is some more digitalis. I have already pricked some of these out over there, and they're doing really happy. Really happy. They are really happy. And much like with those ones, I'm gonna rip the leaf off of that seedling, because why not? Oh, and I'm just gonna totally destroy that one. See, this is why you need a decent set of tweezers for stuff like this. So much like with the other ones, I'm going to pop 3 seedlings in a little plug. They seem to be, oh, that's a lie, I put 4 in those ones. But they seem to be happy enough with the 4 of them in there. But I'm not sure if I'll have enough to do 4 of each of these ones. Let's see how we go. Lovely. So there's one of them that'll have 4 in. Tell you what, I'll show you one of these nice big leggy ones. So this is what our little digitalis or foxglove seedling looks like. So again, nice big rootage and leaves. Let's pop these little guys in their new homes. Woo! So I'm not going to bother watering these ones because you probably can't tell from there, but this compost is quite damp. So I don't want to drown them just yet, but I will obviously keep an eye on water and levels. Because again, until I started where I am, I didn't really realise that overwatering was such a thing. Just for water them every day, even in the springtime. But you don't necessarily need to do that. If the compost is nice and damp and and they look happy and healthy enough, then you don't necessarily need to water them. I think again, this is not I will just say, this is not a how-to guide. This is a how Zoe does it. Yeah, so I might not be doing everything particularly right. I'm sure there's probably some people out there that are cringing at the fact that I am using a paintbrush to tease these little roots in, and are appalled by my terrible tweezers, hence having to use a paintbrush. But as I keep saying, I'm just a beginner. Alright, let's get these last little guys in. And these guys are allegedly Dalmatian. So I can only assume that means that they'll be spotty. But what colour spotty? I don't rightly know. We'll find that one out together, which would be quite fun. Right, there we go. So that's those little guys in. Let's put them with the rest of them. So I've now got my next little pots filled up, as well as plenty of compost on the floor, because why not? And I'm now going to start on my violas. I don't think I'm going to be able to get all of these done today, unfortunately, because there is a lot more here than I thought. And if this one I've got here in particular, I am going to pop two in one pot, because it is the only 2 of that variety, and I am fast running out of pots. Yeah, and the same as these guys, because oh no, there's 4 of these, so I'll split these in 2 pots. But yeah, I genuinely don't think I'm going to get all of these done today. But I'll show you this seedling, because this is quite a nice big one. Here we go. So this is one of our little viola seedlings. Again, nice big rootage, and then that's the little leaves. And when we sow these ones at work, these actually go in plug trays, the violas. So they're so much easier to transplant than pricking out like this, because we just have these big boards with sticks on the bottom. You literally just push the whole tray on, and usually every single one just pops out quite nicely, and you can get the job done. You can literally push out 288 seedlings in a second. It's amazing, it really is. Right, so that's those guys in there. These ones are some True Blue Blotch, and then we've got some Tiger Eye Red to go in as well. But I'm gonna stop waffling, because I can talk all day, believe me. Right, so that is pretty much all I have time for today, and space. I've still got these guys to do, but I need to find some space. Look. So yeah, I don't know if this is a common dilemma, conundrum with any gardener, no matter what level you are on, that yeah, you will eventually run out of space for stuff. I've got stuff over here as well. It's mad. So yeah, that is it from me for today. As I've just said, I've run out of space for stuff, so I really need to get to thinking as to what I'm gonna do and where I'm gonna put everything, especially when all of this guys are ready to go. Talking of these guys, we have some more signs of life as well. I'll show you before we go quickly. So our coriander is really happy. There's a cheeky little basil starting to poke through. We got a pumpkin poking through. And the oregano has gone insane. So if anyone wants any, you'll have to hit me up. I've got a little parsley coming in, and then the kale's doing really well as well. Oh, and this greenery is the violas I didn't get to. And then we've got our little hollyhocks and another little dianthus there. Look, coming out. Yeah, boy. Oh, we got a couple. Well, one coming out in here too. It's still far too early for any of these guys, but I'll obviously keep you posted. Thank you very much for coming and seeing me. Much appreciated as always. And as always, I will be here. And now, I mean, it's nearly 7:30 and I'm still outside and it's not quite dark yet. So this is really exciting, because that means that I'm going to be able to spend so much more time out in here. We'll really get to see how things grow, and you know, and all of that good stuff. And I am gonna be like all of the other YouTubers out there now and do the whole please like and subscribe. Later, staters.